With LEGO ideas, you can pitch your own ideas to LEGO and to its fans, and every year one or more of those ideas become reality. This time it's the ship in a bottle, and in my opinion, this is a great set. The LEGO Ideas Ship in a Bottle isn't a large set or a very complicated one, but it's definitely one you want to get, because this set really is filled with great little techniques and lovely details. So the ship itself has a really nice build, so in here you'll find a lot of snot techniques to get around edges of the ship. Also it has some very cool details like the cannons on the side, which are made from 1x1 round plates with a handle, 1x1 plates with a clip, and 1x1 round tiles with a pin. It's fairly simple, but it works really great. I also like the sails of the ship, which are made from some flag pieces, and that build itself is fairly simple, but the end result just looks very cool. Also the masts are fairly sturdy, you'll be able to move them around in any direction you want, and well, it just really looks nice. I usually don't really like the very tiny builds, but this one it works, it just looks really great. So the bottle itself is a bit more complicated, especially the base of it. The biggest part of the bottle is made of fairly large pieces, transparent pieces. But the base is actually built with a lot of 1x1 bricks and 1x1 plates and some 1x1 headlight bricks. So therefore it will take you way more time than you would have thought. And also there are some harder parts, especially when you try to put the larger parts on the base and on top of each other. And that's where I struggled a little bit, so if you're building with a kid or have, well, bigger hands, then this might be a good time to get the hand. Yeah. So what I don't really like is that the base is less clear than the other parts of the bottle. There are two more clear spaces in the center of it, but the rest of it, that doesn't really let you see anything. I do think this was probably the one way to build this part, and I can't really imagine you looking through the back of it constantly, so it's not really that big of a deal though. However, if you think that the construction like this would make the build very flimsy, think again. Because thanks to the material used for these pieces, they have a lot of clutch power, and that means the whole thing will just stay together unless you will drop it on the floor or something. Which I cannot recommend with any LEGO set ever. Just don't drop it, ever. I've done that, don't. It sucks. The ship itself is attached to the bottle, so with some headlight bricks on the base, so that one is not really moving anywhere. The round pieces on the bottom, the trans light blue pieces, they are loose, so you can move those around, and that is actually like might be my favorite part of this build. Step 3 of this build is literally grab bags number 3, open them up and pour them in there, and those are those pieces. And it's by far the easiest step in LEGO history, but it works, and after that you have to even them out a little bit, and therefore they are loose in there, but you know, that's not a problem. It looks actually very nice, so I think that's fine. And the step itself it really put a smile on my face. I really love that. My favorite thing about this build, however, is definitely the cap and the cork part. This part is very detailed, it's very lifelike, so you could have just told me it was the real deal, and it's not, it's all LEGO, of course. But to get a result like this with just plastic pieces, I think that's very impressive. So I think that's very good. I also like the details on the stand it rests on. There's a name tag for the ship, of course. But there's also some globes on there. I think those are new prints. I'm not completely sure. The biggest thing, however, is in the middle, right on the bottle, underneath the bottle, there's a compass. And it actually has a needle that spins, and I like that. It doesn't point north, of course, but I like the fact that it actually moves, and the compass itself actually looks amazing. The print of this is actually on the top part of the pile. You're looking at the bottom part of it, so that's a good thing to keep in mind. But I mean, I love just the details on that. I mean, you could make a very simple base, but they didn't. I just like this. I like how they did this. It's a lot of details, and I love that. What I'm also very impressed by it is that this is almost a one-on-one copy of actual ships and bottles, especially if you look at the size. I mean, a regular liquor bottle might be a little bit smaller, but it's about the same thing. We only did that with LEGO pieces in this case, and I think that's really impressive. It's also important that it doesn't take up too much space in your house. I mean, this is a thing that you want to display, and it's nice if you can just actually put it in a cabinet or on a shelf or something. I think that this really has a nice size for that. So overall, I think this is just a really, really nice set. It just has a surprising amount of details. It's a way more sturdy than you think it is. And I can just recommend you buying this set because really it's just awesome. Building it is great fun. It looks very nice to display it somewhere. It doesn't feature, well, any playability. So if you're looking for a set to give to your kid or something, or just to play with yourself, but you can take the ship out afterwards, but it doesn't float. It actually says so on the box. The warning does not float. So don't try to put it in a bathtub. But, well, it's more of a display set. It's a set that you put somewhere, and it's really nice and really will add something to your house. So don't get it as a toy, get it as a display set. So that's it for me today. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys on Thursday with a complete new review.